Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Today's space so much to be awesome, and we are of course doing our fucking fun times of time of start saying of this. An empty Diet Cola bottle comes whistling through the air. Ah! It hits my head with a nice thunk. Ow! How could you? He sure is tense. Miri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the oden. Oh, alright then. From who? This is Amane Suzuya. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay. Don't worry, I won't email you too much. And I might be slow to reply too. I'm kinda new to this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Ha ha ha. She didn't say that, but I presume she did. But isn't hacking bad? Miyushi doesn't want to do bad things. I would be a fool to let Daru's hacker skills go to waste. Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose CERN's wrongdoings. That should be 2 words, I think. This is war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world. Bad things are bad, even against bad people who do bad things. That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it, we are doing a bad thing. And normally we don't. Normally we're just dicking around. Oh well. But there's no way we can stop now. You can't stop me now. I need to change the subject to ramen. Miyuri, I want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef. If you want to trade, I'd rather have your quail egg. I don't know if these are normal things to just eat, but they weird for me. Don't ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favorite. But Miyushi likes quail eggs too. Are quail eggs somehow better than normal chicken eggs? I don't fully get it. Settle for my chikuwa. Okay, chikuwa's better than sweet potatoes. With that said, I skewer the chikuwa and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Commencing second topic. Miri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Soon, if I can get the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. You're no match for me. Dude, just get a VPN. But not a VPN. Get like a fucking VPN passcode or whatever, so you can hack other people's VPNs. Daru started talking to himself. Oh wait, was that him? Hang on. Oh yeah, shit, that was him. Soon, if I can... I literally thought it was fucking dude. Soon, if I can get the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. Yeah. You're no match for me. I have no idea where my brain was, but I read that wrong because the context was off. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is a super haka. Super haka. Super haka. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters. Yeah, English letters. Numbers aren't really... As far as I know, number symbols are the same in every language. No.
Oh!
Aha! Come here, come on. Yes. Ah! You can't hide from me, you naughty thing. What? It's no wonder you two are friends now. His eyes are bloodshot, and he started rambling. He sounds like me when I'm wide awake. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Dara opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string, and slams the enter key. Send nudes. Oh, it's only 10. Unless it doesn't count spaces. I guess spaces don't count as characters. Unless you're on Twitter. Send nudes blocks. An error sound rings. He quickly deletes the string and enters in a new one. He keeps repeating that sequence until finally... Oh, password.
ID とパス一致。ログイン完了だゴラ。死ねえなめんな。Yes, yes, yes.
I let him take care of that one. What enthusiasm? Did you get it? He looks so unimpressed. The smug bastard turns around with an expression of immense satisfaction. Unimpressed satisfaction. As if he's gone into La Petite Mort. I didn't know Japanese people spoke French. A condition of mental and physical release unique to male physiology, characterized by a feeling of supreme calm and composure. Entering this state is almost like becoming an empty shell, also known as hyper sage time or saint time. Yeah, maybe. Hard to say. It's like when you're fucking like Fry from Futurama in the $300 episode. He drank 300 cups, 100 cups of coffee, and by the end he was in bullet time, which is how I know of the term. But he's just like serene and peaceful and fucking Buddha possessed.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. Really? Ah, that's amazing. I don't get it though. Okay, you don't have to keep fucking slamming it into her face that you don't understand. We get it. You're stupid. It's an act. It's cool. Then again, I guess main character Okabe bro doesn't let up his act either. So you know what? Go for it. After 20 hours of agony, it's finally over. To show Daru my appreciation, I toss him an unopened Odin can. An Odin can's the best after a job well done. Well done! You really are the world's greatest super hacker! Hacker. I'm glad you're on my side. So, did you find out what they're planning to destroy the world? How? I haven't looked yet, man. All I did was get us connected. But it's all downhill from here. What? I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, you push the boulder to the top and then roll it down. It's easy from there. But saying it's all downhill from here implies that things are gonna get worse and suckier. I'm sorry if you're tired, but please start checking. The keys to this conspiracy have got to be in there. Yeah, I'll do it. Let me eat this Odin can first. After a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before. The question is, who this password belongs to. Why is that? I went into CERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focus on people with simple passwords like 11111111 and the first 8 letters of the alphabet to get my hands on an ID. It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server admin's login, but I don't think we're that lucky. Japanese, please? Same. Even though I completely understood every word of that. Basically, if this is the server admin's password, we can taste every inch of CERN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's password, then we can only see CERN's boobs. Alright. Daru-kun, that's naughty. Quite the erotic examples. Basically, you mean there will be limits to what information we can access. So we got the one who's playing dumb, the one who's playing mad scientist, and the one who's playing pervert. They're all just normal people. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get the server admin's password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. Be cruel to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest and he can regain his strength and energy. And wait. Oh, looks like our ID belongs to an accelerator division chief. So it's not a server admin. It would take a miracle to get one on our first try. How many staff members do you think CERN has? I don't know, like 5, 6. Don't tell me it's 8. How many? How many? Over 6,000. See, that's less than 8,000. Not many. Well, for now, let's look at this accelerator division chief. His name is Jack. Let's look at his email log. And of course, the emails come up in English, which none of us can read, but goddamn it. Oh no, that makes Ryushi's head hurt. Huh. It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru, what does that say? Need to translate it. There's a job for Dr. Excite, which is such a weird name. Machine translation site. So Google Translate. Also, Japanese to English and back is not the most accurate. It gives you a basic some idea of what's going on, but from what I understand, and for what people have told me who speak fluent Japanese, it's embarrassingly bad. Nah, I got a better idea. Daru boots up translation software and auto-translate the open page. Poor, unnatural Japanese shows up. The first line says, Happy New Year, which, you know what, sounds pretty good. Looks like it's a New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky bastard. Email's normal, nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager. You know, looking through someone else's email without permission makes you feel really guilty. Mary gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She gets depression. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant Upa cushion with a sigh. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable, however. I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago. His has so much more energy than mine. Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. What a guy! I'd let Ogrin do me in the butt. Stop fucking talking like this. I decline your offer. Now get peeking, Daru. At your butt? I thought you said you declined. Oh, she's crying. Ogrin, you're bad. You make me usually sad. That's of no concern to me. What a dick! You're fucking... The characters you two are playing, as characters from my perspective, but the characters you're playing are conflicting. Do something about that. You sit there and pretend your hands are clean. You fucking sit there silently and let me take the goddamn blame. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sent emails like these almost daily. LHC experiment reports. I could have hints about time machines in there. We should try reading them. This is definitely a crime, though. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. That's an interesting question. See, I know looking at another person's physical mail is a crime. In Canada, anyway. It's punishable, I was going to say by death, but that's wrong. But you'll get a few years. That's a federal crime. But looking at somebody else's email, I don't believe is a crime. I don't think there's an actual crime against that. Like, there's no jurisdiction there. There's no cyber police or anything, you know. You know what I mean. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up in his unintelligible series of symbols? Well, this is encrypted. Of course it isn't that simple. If it were encrypted, then why would it show up in Japanese? Well, cracking this should be a piece of cake. Cake. Nice, Super Hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Daru undoes the security in less than 10 fucking minutes. The real time sink is deciphering the crappy machine translation. Yeah. Unless the languages are closely tied together, or have been translated back and forth for, like, centuries, then there's gonna be some problems there. Like, the Romance languages. Spanish to French, and, you know, to Italian and stuff, they're closely related because they're part of the same language group. So they're a lot easier to translate between. Something like English and French, for example, are two languages that aren't close, but because of their proximity and their history together, they've been translated back and forth for a long time. So people have gotten good at that one. In particular, because of Canada, because, you know, the country has two languages. Now, English is part of its own series of languages known as the Germanic languages, Western Germanic specifically. So, German, Danish, fucking Icelandic. Those are parts of the same... I think Gaelic might be in there? Maybe, hard to say. Those are parts of the West Germanic language family. So, while English is the language with basically all of the loanwords, man, Anglo-Saxons fucking hate all the loanwords. There's a resurgence of people who want to make English and remove all loanwords and replace them with like English words, and that's what they're gonna rename the language to, English with an A instead of an E, because of the Anglo-Saxons, or specifically I think it's just the Anglos. Whatever. Point is, they're trying to make it that. So hypothetically, the word umbrella, which is a loanword from some language, would be replaced with sunshade or rainshade or something along those lines. It's interesting. I think if somebody were to do something like that, I would switch over and attempt to speak English, just because I find it interesting, and English has needed a makeover for a few centuries. But, you know, we're not getting into that, even though I just did for 2 minutes. Translated into proper Japanese, it's... I pull the experimental data dated of today was improved to the server. Oh, fucking goddamn it, game. Damn you, Steins Gate. The choice of Steins Gate is to translate the original English of the email that they find into Japanese and then show what they see as English to me. Fucking hell.
Hi, Paul.
Ah, Paul. That acting's completely unnecessary. Aww. Uploaded today's data to the server. The LHC is performing admirably. Can't say the same about the rest, though. This baby is fickle as a cat, but it was surprisingly obedient this month. It would be great if it stayed like this forever. But don't you think this work is unrewarding? This kitten, this 27-kilometer kitten, has been in operation for 9 years. But that'll have to be it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I've been Keywii, you've been great too, and you have yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.